Hello everyone, my name is Tunahan Durmaz. I'm an incoming PhD fellow at ANAMED for the academic year 2024-2025. I'm currently a doctoral researcher in the history department at European University Institute Florence, where I specialize in Ottoman history with emphasis on such topics as history of disease, medicine, and history of knowledge. Prior to my doctoral studies, I earned my bachelor's degree in history along with a minor degree in architecture from Middle East Technical University in Ankara. And then I received my master's degree in history from Sabancı University in Istanbul. I am very excited to be joining the new cohort of PhD fellows at ANAMED this year. At ANAMED, I will be mainly working on my doctoral research project, being primarily involved in thinking and writing of my dissertation chapters. My PhD project, titled Of Bodily Fluids, Madness and Fever, Many Ways of Grappling with Diseases in the Ottoman Healing Domain, 1641-1690, explores how Ottomans made sense of their illnesses and what sorts of remedial modalities they utilized to cope with them in the late 17th century. It delves into not only medical theories of disease and disease categorization, but also the complex social, cultural, and individual aspects of illness experiences. Drawing primarily from manuscript sources that range from medical treatises to non-narrative sources like chronicles and diaries, my research agenda has evolved from addressing the challenges and limitations prevalent in the historiography of Ottoman medicine. The existing portrayal of Ottoman healing practices has been traditionally confined to a narrative revolving around distinct subdomains such as learned medicine and folk medicine. Specifically concentrating on the late 17th century, my project proposes a new framework through which we can better understand the holistic nature of Ottoman medical ideas. To that end, my argument is that perceptions and everyday practices in the late 17th century Ottoman world reveal a more complex narrative in which different epistemologies of disease interacted and intersected with each other. In this landscape, natural explanations embrace supernatural ones. So to say, learned medicine moves hand in hand with the folkloric beliefs while engaging in systematic exploration of contemporary European medicine, including the chemical medicine, for the first time. Primarily focusing on two disease categories, namely brain diseases, emraz-ı dimaiye, and transmissible diseases, emraz-ı sariye, my research approaches the subject in two different layers of understanding: concepts and experiences. First, the concepts. The study of disease concepts allows us to engage with the agenda of contemporary medical establishment. The late 17th century witnessed systematic encounters with European knowledge in the Ottoman medical domain, and this eventually brought about a transformation in the epistemologies of disease, mainly through a constant emphasis in the corpus on the concept of new diseases. A reading of medical corpus produced mainly at the Ottoman court, such as those of Hekimbaşı's Ibn Sallum and Hayatizadeh, reveals that the concept of new helped them emphasize the need for change in the understanding of some diseases, especially some of these listed in the categories of brain diseases and transmissible diseases. There was no consensus among the medical authors on what this new entailed. However, new diseases were not necessarily newborn diseases. They were either re-emerging ones in the disease landscape of the era or those whose knowledge needed an urgent update. And sometimes the concern with these so-called new diseases was so great, so big, that it almost caused the disappearance of the once and future contagion plague from the medical treatises. Last but not least, the experiences of disease, the experiences of illness. In the historiography of Islamic and Ottoman medicine, it has been hitherto assumed that the patient's perspective is lacking because neither patients nor doctors left records pertaining to such experiences. One can still agree that Ottoman medical practitioners did not leave such systematic registers elaborating on the illness experiences of their patients, unlike some of their contemporaries in Europe. Nonetheless, the more the available sources, mainly those in the category of first-person narratives, have multiplied in recent years, the more the historians' opportunities to explore the patient's view have abounded. Encouraged by such increasing availability of primary sources, my study proposes a bottom-up reading of patients' experiences. The study of everyday practices, either in Istanbul's neighborhoods or in the palace, shows us that the diverse epistemologies of disease and healing coexisted in people's understanding. During my tenure at ANAMED, I plan to finish the first manuscript version of my dissertation. On the other hand, I plan to pay visits to archives and manuscript libraries to consult with new sources, all of which hopefully will help me with my current as well as future research.